Hello and welcome back. On the last episode, we had finally came to the agreement to actually talk about who we're going to vote, and now it's turned into a circle down Salem, down Republic Clash Trial sort of thing, where we're all just talking about who we think is the traitor until we eliminate them and eventually finish the game. By then, I suspect only 3 of us, or even 2 of us, is going to remain. Currently, I think it's going to be the best outcome so far, so I'm going to say it does. Things clearly suck. No plan we can think of will be able to stop the traitors from screwing us over. Pretty much true. So I guess that this is as good as the idea as any to settle things. So you're endorsing this as a way to go? Not really endorsing it as much as I don't know what else to do. I'll take it. Oh. So, like it or not, this praying game has reached the final stage. How many is there left? There's 8 of us, I think. Yeah, 2. Yeah. Perhaps it was the inevitable conclusion based on the rules presented. The logical culmination of everyone's distrust and self-interest. And it all led to a brutal popularity contest with deathly stakes. Well, it doesn't help that the other 2 tablets are still, well, sorry, not the other 2. The other 4 are now available. If there was ever a time to put on a game face, it would be now. For my stake in the groups, I had to put forward in the best argument I could. So who's suspicious to start with? I distrust everyone who went along with the library group voting plan. It was ill-conceived and selfish. And most importantly, it was the perfect cover for a traitor. I thought we already talked about how one of the traitors was outside that group. For one, Bunny already brought up how that was inconclusive proof. For another, even if one traitor was outside the group, it doesn't make things any less suspicious. If we're going to bring up all old suspicious stuff, then let's talk about the very first vote, the one that killed Ox. We know that that at least one traitor has to come from a horse or dog. Is that so? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I know I'm not the traitor. So then it's dog. Why doesn't everyone just agree it's dog? If I wanted to kill you all, I would do it without the stupid voting system. Okay, that's true. You can. Are you sure that the first vote really tells us anything? Yes, it does. Stop covering for dog. For all we know, someone like Tiger or Snake was the traitor, and it was all they're doing. We could have checked the tablets. We haven't had the chance to confirm the tablets, have we? Besides, we don't know if that was even a result of the traitor. There could have been some reason a non-traitor didn't vote a dragon, or maybe Ox and Dragon met up and decided not to vote against each other, and Dragon betrayed that agreement. Now, why the hell would I do something like that? Something stupid like that. If we're talking about suspicious, have we forgot who said the stupid item number out loud in the first place? Literally, come on. I mean, yeah, maybe I have prior knowledge because of failed attempts in the past, but I feel like it would be on the nose. It'd be dog and horse at this. No, not dog and horse. Dog and bunny at this point. I feel like if someone else can play through this game, and well, actually, I guess if they're asking me, if me asking them here, it's a bit late. But I wonder if anyone's played this and again has called them both out. Like we already said, I didn't know what the item was then. How could I have been done out of? How can that have been done out of evil? Bunny's right. You could have found it first, then put it back. I don't think it's very likely that someone like him could have used these methods if he wanted to kill us all. Gee, thanks. You're a real Carl Lennon, I think. Aren't you? I don't know that. Carl Lennon? It's a reference to for cultured people. Trust me. Should I add something to... Yes, we should. I trust Dragon. I think Dragon's probably innocent. Now that's what I'm talking about. Why do you think that? Even if people inside the library could have used the tablets taken off the dead bodies, I think Dragon couldn't have. She was walking out to the library most of the whole time, right? She was probably monitored almost all the time. But Mouse, what if she's the other traitor? That's possible, but she's 50% less likely to be the traitor, right? I guess. Well, for my money, I think it's cheap. No, you would. Why would you say that? Because I have such impeccable instincts. The question is, why are you accusing someone like Sheep? She hasn't done anything to anyone. That's true. That's exactly my point. She's a floater. To put it in reality TV terms. She's always in the group, good at convincing other people to do things, very meek. If she was the traitor, her only chance of getting away with it would be thanks to the voting system like this. She seems like the traitor type. Does she? Does she really? Call it a hunch. I call it nonsense. Obviously I'm with Horse. Guys, I think the cycles are almost up. We need to quickly put it in a vote. Well, okay, Bunny, Dog, and Dog are going to work together to get Sheep. Everyone else, Bunny was absolutely right. Quick as cycle announced cycle of the restroom turning to make out the votes. Personally, I decided to vote for Dog. Good. Something didn't sit right with me about him. Remembering the votes from the first cycle. A couple of moments later, we'd all formed for a family announcement played with our tablets. Okay. Oh, with a total of 3 players. Oh my god, oh no. So everyone probably got one. No. Oh. Simple words. Sheep said it and she immediately passed out onto the ground. Not from the collar, but from shock. That's unfortunate. I think this is the first time we've witnessed Sheep die. This was clearly a lucky break. It made her usually painful death rather painless. I averted my eyes. I had no urge to watch someone like her die. But in my head, I prayed that. So if only Dragon voted with us, it would have tied. A prayer that, or Monkey. A prayer that she was secretly a monster who could try and kill us all. After that, Bunny walked over and picked up Sheep's tablet. A few seconds later, he sighed. A weak personality. Not victorious, not defeated. Another pointless death. Damn it. I was really sure about it. Honestly. God damn it. Why were you... Dog, you voted for Sheep? I already said I suspected her, didn't I? Who else voted for her? I did. As Monkey! Monkey! I'm disappointed, Monkey. I vote for Bunny. Me? If you're already looking for an apology, you're not getting one. I vote for Dog. As did I. Oh my. I'm so unpopular. People who make dumb accusations are suspicious. Just because I got it wrong, it doesn't make it dumb. Sheep wasn't with us anymore, so we couldn't ask who she voted for. In silence, instead, a silence took over the room. Well, there's 7 of us left. There was an uncomfortableness in the air. What was there to say? We tried to debate it, and we'd gotten it wrong. It was also notable that Dog, the person who accused Sheep, had gotten the second most votes. Accusations brought suspicion on the accuser. But that was it. No one wanted to speak first. After a while, however, a Dog spoke up. I think we should vote for Mouse. What? What? Sorry, Mouse. I don't mean to disrespect. I just can't trust you. Seems you're always up to something. You called me over to vote for someone. What was it? 3 times? Something like that? You seem like a schemer. I'll have you know, technically, those 3 times saved your life. So, what does that mean? This was a Rich coming from the guy who was outside the library group when the dead people had their tablets taken away. Rich coming from the guy who was supposed to vote Dragon in the first cycle. Mouse, where are these accusations coming from? You're not just saying these things about Dog because he accused you, are you? What? No, of course not. In that case, why didn't you speak up earlier? Save it, you guys. We need to start voting again. Cycle's almost over. Okay, got it. But, well, guess I'm dead. There's no use, there's no time. Dog had already made his accusation right before we needed the cycle out of the bathroom and put our votes. Again, I voted for Dog, obviously hoping people will listen. Obviously, they're not going to. But there was a singing feeling in the pit of my stomach. When I heard my tablet speak, I could feel my heart dropping. Come on, don't say it. The total of 3 prayers, the demonic god, have heeded the group's wishes to strike down Mouse. Crap. And I lunged at Dog, the perpetrator of my execution. I did not get far before the tablets entered my throat. From the blades entered my throat and began squirming. Fell to the ground with a writhing. Arrived in death. I was like a worm. Both in how I looked and how I respected. Goddamn. Then I fell to the floor. Mouse the worm. Death via unpopularity. 5 of diamonds. Very few are left. The prayer system will help the popular. Okay. By the same token, the trader will look to eliminate people they view as potential threats. Mouse needs to be aware of a social game early if she doesn't want it biting in the behind later. After all, reputation is everything in life. Okay, cool. Let's agree and then go with Dog, and it does, and then we'll agree with Monkey and Dog. I think it's likely that Monkey and Dog are the trade. I think it's less likely that Monkey and Dog are the traders. Ah, how sweet. I appreciate the sentiment, but could I ask why? They were both selected selected voters in the second vote, right? But everyone other than the people they chose got 2 votes, which means that the two traders could have coordinated their pick. Okay, but even if that's the case, couldn't one of them lied about who they voted for? Which is what happened. I suppose they could have. But it wouldn't have been. But wouldn't it have been better to say that they randomly selected Tiger, or that one of the traders got lucky? I guess. Well, for my money, I think it's sheep. You would, okay. Sheep dead again. And we die no matter what. Okay, cool. Guess we're gonna say this is a bad idea. It doesn't. Are you telling us who debate who to murder? That's barbaric. I don't want any part in it. It's immoral, it's creepy, it's wrong. There's 1,000 things I could say about against it. Alright, what's your idea? Idea? You don't have one, do you? In that case, we're going to do with this one. There's no way we can outplan the traders, so we need to think of, we're just going to outvote them. Okay? You don't like the arguing, you can stay silent. See how much good it does you for the votes. Okay. I like that. Oh, like that. Okay, cool. And then I guess this doesn't matter either way. Either way, we're down this path. Cool. It's not dragon. Time flew by. Eventually, we realized the cycle was getting close to the finish line. We should probably start voting. I'll go first. Without much of conversation, Dog entered the bathroom. And when he was gone, however, the conversation reignited. That Dog just does whatever he wants to. We can't trust something like that. I've been thinking about it. I really think he's might be the traitor. He was outside the library group when the dead people had their tablets taken away, and I suppose he was supposed to vote dragon first. As Bunny started, say that Dog exited the restroom, and Bunny ended. With the cycle went fairly silently, and the cycle ended. Once again, the dreaded tablet announcement played. Total 3 prayers. Okay, nice. We got one down. So that means Dog and Bunny weren't working together. It was just a coincidence. Had ended the group's wish list to strike down Dog. What? A normally disinterested dog's eyes shot open, and a panic and fear squirmed across his face. It looked like he had more to say, but before another word could exit his mouth, he began to dance familiar death. Couldn't bear to watch it again. It was utterly horrifying. I only turned back around when I heard the thud of his body hitting the floor. When he picked up his tablet and started interacting with it. Well, arrogant guy really didn't see it coming. Did you get a chuckle at someone dying? What's wrong with you? Don't get too offended yet, Mouse. I don't think there are many of us going to be mourning him. What do you mean? Take a look at his tablet. His personality was defeated. Wait, so that means we finally got hit a traitor. A wave of relief flooded my heart. Thank God. There's only 5 of us left. Okay, cool. Which we just need to find Bunny. Shouldn't feel okay, so we know. Which honestly, it should be either Bunny or Horse at this point, right? So it's a 50-50. I mean, so yeah, I shouldn't have been feeling that good about someone dying, but I could, you know, one death was it wasn't in vain. But after initial joy, it turned puzzled. I mean, yeah, I voted for Dog, but he was really the type to kill this many people just to get his way. What could he be motivated to do so much? To drive a man to commit such acts? Was it all in the name of self-preservation? While I hung those upon those words, the rest of the group celebrated. Hell yeah, we finally got one. I knew something was off about him. For the record, who actually voted for him? I sure as hell did. I also voted for him. I voted for Dog. I see. You were all convinced? Well, we were right, weren't we? I guess that's true. Dog must have been the one behind Ox's death. He was likely he likely lied about who he voted for in the second cycle, and was also probably the one who collected the tablets of the dead people. Crafty little man, isn't he? Indeed. So it's the final 5, and one of us. It's going to be a 50-50 between Horse, I think, is going to be the next choice we have. While he was forced to into unfortunate circumstances, I cannot condone his actions. Still, I will pray for his soul. Thank you, Monkey. Hopefully his actions, spurred on by a cruel heart of a boy, can be forgiven. Well, I won't. Forget him and forget anyone who tries to step up to the Slugger Queen. So what now? Surely you didn't forget that there were 2 traitors. Just because one is dead doesn't mean things are over. Crap, you're right. Not necessarily. Think about it. We don't know the personality of the personality of a number of the deceased. We can theorize it was possible that we never got confirmation that the 2 traitors contact each other. The idea actually sounds fairly far-fetched. It's probably all in that about that what's happened. The other traitor is already dead. Okay, we'll think about it. If both were alive, you think there would have been more moves? Ever since Snake's death, all the votes have been likely and have been entirely planned, explainable. There haven't been any liars or anything. Yeah, that's all well and good, but we don't actually know that they're dead. Are we supposed to take it on faith? What's the other option? That's a good point. Start killing each other in hopes the traitor's still alive. That seems like a recipe for a pointless slaughter. Guys, I have a great idea. What? Why don't we just have to tie again? What's the plan? No, trust me, it'll work this time. There's only 5 of us left, which means anyone breaking from the plan will be super obvious. Mouse is totally right. Mouse and myself can vote for Horse, Horse and Dragon can vote for me, and Monkey can vote no one. If we do this, hopefully no one will die. Clever plan. No! God damn it! Just vote one person to the below you. That's all you have to do. I suppose. No. Oh, God. We all need input around his actions. Grimly enough, with all the deaths, the minor train. So he said we're going to vote for Horse, so that it keeps him alive, I guess. Oh no, it will keep him alive if he deviates. No, because if he deviates the plan, he'll kill. He can't kill Bunny, can he? Because obviously it's me. Or enough. I spread out them activating them. Okay, right. I don't know what Bun's plan is, but I know it's going to end up in horse dying, meaning he only has to worry about a dragon. So we each took hold of a minor trinket and took turns entering the restroom and using our tablets. I used my minor trinket and prayed the horse's death. Of course, I didn't actually pray that, but that's the button I pressed on my tablet, and that was the first time I actually went into one of these things confident. There were too few people for a trader to make a move. In fact, the other trader was probably dead. No, nothing was to worry about. And by the end of the cycle, we'd all gathered around the cafeteria and heard the elevation announced. However, it was drowned out by the announcement of our tablets. Yep. Remember? He has Rooster's tablet. It has strike down horse. What? Oh, that I think it skipped on its own. See what what? How is horse's face scrunched and look with the look of determination? I knew what it was about to happen. I turned around once more. My mind was too clouded to spare and figure out what happened. It took longer than a thud to come than usual, but the thud did come. Horse died just like the rest of them. 4 were left. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. How did that? What the hell? How did the hell did this happen? No, I thought it was over. It certainly wasn't explained. Monkey, that trader's got to be you. What? Did you hear? The horse had 3 votes. You must have voted alongside Bunny and Mouse to kill him. There's more. There has to be some sort of explanation. There is. How? Rooster's tablet. Maybe a dead person's tablet was used. Seriously? We would have seen someone took an extra tablet with them, and there's no tablets in the bathroom. That's a desperate excuse. Then it was Dragon. Huh? Playing coy, standard maneuver of liars. Instead of voting for Bunny, like she said she would, she voted for Horse. Simple as that. No way it's me. Stop trying to pin the blame on elsewhere. I'm just looking for the most logical explanation. The most logical explanation is that you did it. Everyone shut up. Shout out with all my emotion I've been holding up. They turned to me and looked disturbed out my outburst. I didn't care. I had enough of the trader and their nonsense suggestions. I'm sick and tired of this. The trader's obvious. It's Bunny. It's definitely Bunny. What? That's what you're talking about. Bunny couldn't have made Horse get 3 votes. You're already supposed to vote Dragon. Yeah, the argument's between Mingy and Monkey right now. That's exactly why Bunny intended to happen. Why you did things like this. Did things like what? Mouse, you're being ridiculous right now. You voted for Horse using the dead man's tablet to vote for him as well. How? You told me I only brought my own tablet into the restroom. You didn't need to bring the tablet into a different room. You voted right in front of our very eyes, huh? Bunny, you were checking Dog's tablet. You used it to vote Horse without any of us noticing, did you? As for the other trader, you must have realized you were entering an unfavorable situation once there was only 5 of us left. It doesn't surprise me that you had plan pre-prepared for that round. After voting Horse, you guided the conversation, so Horse would be one of the options you were voting for in the tie. Also that you could be innocent in this debate. Well, that makes sense to me. You tried to tie us up, didn't you? Whoa, hold on a second, Mouse. Mouse is totally off base. I didn't do anything like that. You think that's evidence that I'm the traitor? Isn't this a game about evidence? It's about who's the likeliest to be traitor. And if we're talking about who's suspicious, there are piles and piles of red flags with you. Starting from the formation of the library group. What about it? You said Pig founded that group. No in hell. She was proactive enough to form something like that. In fact, it looked like she was the last to join. She was. She surprised me too. She was super enthused about it. No, she wasn't. You formed that group by taking the most desperate people and gathering them together. You hope to take control of the game by staying in the majority. The dog interrupted that plan by overwhelming your group with numbers. With the possibility, which is the possibility why you convince some people to form that group, bring in Dragon. I seriously don't know what you're talking about. For a time, you used that group to vote people out. However, for some reason, you sensed that it was a sinking ship and decided to pivot. By offering a handout to us, you gained our trust while taking out another big competitor. That was the point of devolving. That it devolved into a complete contest of the group voting out the most suspicious. And being the social manipulator you are, the situation you were aiming for. At that point you were fairly confident Dog was the other traitor. Since you knew which actions you were responsible for, you could easily narrow it down to the other traitor must be. Which is why you contacted him there, didn't you? Contacted with him. Mouse, you're spitting nonsense at this point. I was right in front of you guys the whole time. At that the random comment about Carl Leon. That was some sort of code, wasn't it? A code obviously followed by cops. I wouldn't get. Now you're just being ridiculous. Carl Leon is a very respected actor. I'll have you know. Really? Name 3 movies he was in. He doesn't do movie work. He acts in television. Then TV shows. Hollywood shakes hands with daggers. Oh, shakes hands with Dagger and Frankenstein Cop. I haven't heard a single one of those shows. How's that my fault? I would know about Frankenstein Cop if that were a thing. Clearly you wouldn't. You and Dog inspired to pin suspicion on Sheep. You're saying I worked with Dog? Then why did I vote for him? You voted for him because you realized public statement was against him. Wait, hold on. I need to read that again. You voted for him because you realized public sentiment was against him. Okay. You had the most votes other than Sheep the round before. Then when you heard Dragon talk about him being suspicious, you decided the best to jump aboard the bandwagon. This is all ridiculous. Oh yeah? Then who do you think the traitor is? I don't know. Monkey, Dragon? It's not me. True Hell's not me. You're both right. It's Bunny. You're totally right, Mouse. This guy's been scummy no matter how you look at it. It's all but one vote. He's been in the majority sides. This is the kind of situation that only occurs if you're deliberately pulling some strings. The traitor in this case is likely someone who possesses an acute sense of social awareness. That does not appear to be in Dragon's style. Monkey's out here insulting Dragon while, yeah. I mean, again, props to you, Bunny. But, I mean, yeah. It is. However, consistent with the personality Bunny has displayed, it's over, Bunny. Just admit it. With an annoyed look on his face, Bunny started walking towards me. He was so stuffed. He also stuffed his left hand in his pocket. He was walking past Dragon. He had previously inspected Dragon's body. Dog's body. Dog has the knife! So that means it was just as suddenly he yanked out a golden knife and his pocket and slashed Dragon's neck and slammed into. Wait, hold on. I slammed into him. I'd almost gotten the last move available to him. With just 4 left, only 3 people left. If I could, if he could just have ambushed a Dragon with a weapon, he might have been able to get it out of the way. We get away with it. After knocking him to the ground, I started to rerun away. Bunny sprung back up and tried to grab my foot. Luckily, an annoyed Dragon wriggled back and gave him a solid kick into the head. Dragon's attack sent Bunny tumbling in a nearby column. Let's go, ladies. Oh, now he's cursing. That's new for Bunny. That's what you get for trying to mess with me. So those are your true colours. Disgusting. Well, what was I supposed to do? Curl over and die? I put up with so much stuff, done so much stuff, and it all led up to me dying in a really bad high school. Forget that. This whole thing is totally unfair. Why the hell am I being punished? For arresting the right guy? For doing my job? It's nonsense, and you know it, Brian. Tell me why. Tell me, why do I have to go through this? I don't deserve to die like this. And anyone else did? If they didn't want to die, they should have done something about it. Like I did. And how'd you work that out? How did that work out for you? It's unfair, unfair, unfair. Why am I here for catching a criminal, doing my job? Is that what why you're here? What? I didn't think it particularly pertinent before this, so I didn't bring it up. But I saw that there was an article posted on a board about Global Studios Classroom, Global Studies. It talked about a controversial police shooting. Oh, everyone else did their own crimes. The police officer in it apparently had a very little justification for firing and killing a low-level felon who later revealed to be unarmed. But ultimately nothing came of it. That's talking about you, isn't it? Jerry Braxton. His name's Jerry? Okay, that's real, that's you. I heard that story, just another instance of the city system being completely messed up. Huh, makes sense that this trash would be so open to reckless murder. Bunny? Nah. You should have been been the one called Pig. Pig? That wasn't me. What? Yes, I was the officer talked about in the story, but the story's wrong. I never shot anyone. You think we'll buy that? Look, I've learned how to make people. I've learned how to make people like me from a very young age. So this is a backstory thing. Cool. I'm gonna save that for the next episode. And I'll see you there. Thank you for stopping by. Goodbye.